Mori desu. Today I'm gonna be doing a Q&A video with a little bit of story time while we go around here in Japan. So, じゃあ、行きましょうね!
Before we start, I just want to say thank you to our sponsor for today, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community in which you can take classes on things you want to learn or things you want to improve on. In my case, I take Skillshare classes to increase my productivity. There's lots of inspiring classes including illustration, design, photography, video, freelancing, and more. I am taking a class right now from Kate Ahrens with the title Personal Productivity 5 Exercises to Make Your Big Goal a Reality. I have big goals for work, my language study journey, and my YouTube channel, and taking this class inspires me so much to take those small steps in achieving my goals. Also, most classes in Skillshare are under 60 minutes with short lessons to fit any schedule. Plus, there are no ads so you can stay focused in class. The good news is, there's a special offer for my YouTube friends where you can get 1 month free trial of Skillshare when you click my link in the description. So, let's go and take this class together, friends! Again, thank you Skillshare for sponsoring today's video, and thank you so much my dear friends for always supporting me. I love you all! Hello friends, it's Mori desu. Recently, I asked my Instagram friends if they have questions for me about being an international student in Japan, and today, I will be answering them by voiceover while also showing you around in this seifuku I got from a thrift store. Let's go! I came to Japan last September 2018 as a student, and I studied for 1 year and 6 months. I graduated last March 2020. I studied at Owarai International Exchange Academy in the town of Owarai, Ibaraki. First, we had to take a Japanese course while we're still in the Philippines because it was required by the immigration office. I think this one depends on each country, plus this rule also changes every year. Next, we need to pass the requirements. The requirements of every language school are different, so make sure you check their website. I'll also put the list of requirements I passed in the description below. And after passing the requirements, this is where the waiting begins. I was originally scheduled for April 2019 but was moved to September 2019 because the school was only able to process around 10 students and there were around 30 applicants. It's a small school. Now, once the school is finished with the processing and checking of documents, we have to pay for a tuition fee upfront. Again, this depends on the language school you're applying for. I've had friends with different experiences. Some paid less and some paid more. Once approved by the immigration office, we have to process the visa and buy airline tickets. Now this may sound really easy and smooth, but believe me, it was stressful and I cried a lot of tears just to be here. It's my dream and the Lord's promises that really kept me going. Here is the breakdown of expenses, and this is just an estimated amount. Aside from this, I also had $600 worth of pocket money, so I could survive my first month even without income. Note that my family is not wealthy. Half of this money came from years of working in the Philippines as a marketing coordinator. I spent all of my savings on this, and then half of it is a loan from my father, which I also need to pay. So before going here, you really have to be prepared financially. So start saving now. I worked at an anime cafe when I was a student. It was a really fun job because I was able to practice my speaking skills. But it was not an easy job. My job included handling the cash register, taking orders and serving customers, cooking and making drinks, washing the dishes, and cleaning the whole cafe. I was also asked to design posters and invitation cards for events. I was blessed because the owners of the cafe, which are also the owners of the school, were kind towards me. Since I was under a student visa, which only allows 28 hours of work per week, it was a struggle. During the first few months of being a student, my breakfast was only rice and boiled eggs. For my school lunch, I used the canned goods I brought from the Philippines. And when I did grocery shopping, I waited until 7 p.m. because they put a lot of food on sale during that time. So to answer your question, yes, the salary from a part-time job is enough, but you have to be very frugal and you have to manage your money well. Discipline is a must to survive. I personally struggled with language barrier during the first few months. All the Japanese teachers at our school speak little to no English. That's why I relied heavily on Shirabijisho and Google Translate. I don't think there are hard lessons because the teachers are good at explaining things using simple words. But if you're always absent, the lessons will definitely be hard to understand.
あ、いいいい。で、こう言ったですよ、最後。こうで。
ああ、わかりました。
ここ良くなった。ここ良くなった。
はいはい。
これもいい。今ここ問題。で
I really had fun during my years as a student because most of my classmates were Filipino as well. I met a lot of wonderful people who became my close friends, and one of them even became my boyfriend. Every person has their own learning style. You can, of course, do self-study. It's not impossible. But for someone like me who does really well in a classroom setup, enrolling in a Japanese language school is really effective. First, it gives motivation. Now that I'm self-studying, it's easy for me to get distracted and discouraged when I'm not hitting my goals. But since I have my teachers and classmates to encourage me when I was still a student, I had a lot of motivation that time. Next, you can receive instant feedbacks. As a student, you'll have your teachers to give you feedback on what to improve, and they can instantly correct you when you make mistakes. Next, it builds confidence. Studying a language with classmates builds confidence because you are able to practice with other language learners. And again, you'll have teachers to complement your improvement. Lastly, I think it's definitely more fun than self-studying. Although I enjoy the quietness when studying alone, I always look back fondly on the fun classes I had when I was a student. So, if you have the means and resources, and you really want to study Japanese and experience Japan's culture, this is something that I would recommend.
Okay.
It's black.
First, save money. The person who introduced me to this study abroad program would constantly remind us that we will really struggle financially as a student. But once we graduate, it will be easy to recover the expenses. I guess if you are a good student, you will reap what you sow. Next, prepare yourself physically for work. Being a student in the morning and doing part-time work in the afternoon can be really exhausting. As a student, we didn't have any say on the part-time job that was given to us. Some of my classmates were placed in a factory where they had to carry heavy things and operate big machineries. Some were placed in a farm where they had to work under the scorching sun the whole day. And some worked night shifts or had to work as early as 4 a.m., all while being a student. So with all this in mind, you have to take care of yourself. Drink vitamins and start exercising now. Of course, aside from preparing yourself physically, you also have to prepare yourself mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Homesickness is very common to people studying and working abroad, and some may also experience depression. I did, and I'm glad I survived. So before you go here, make sure you are surrounded by supportive people in your life. You can bring your hobbies here in Japan, so you also have something to do when you are feeling down. But no matter what happens here, stay strong. Lastly, enjoy! Being a student is really hard, but I sure miss it now that I'm working. So while you're still a student, make sure you enjoy every moment of it. Aside from studying hard, take lots of pictures, make lots of memories, explore places in your city, and make lots of friends. That's it, friends. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have other questions that were not answered here, please do comment down below so I can answer them. As always, thank you for your support. Stay safe always. Love you all.